Hello everybody, and welcome to SSTrihan Plays RPG Maker Games, the channel where I, SSTrihan, play RPG Maker Games. It couldn't be simpler. It has been a couple of weeks since I was on. Life happened, and I couldn't do a stream last week or the week before, unfortunately, but I am back now. And I have also, for those of you who tuned in before, been playing with the latency settings on my stream settings, so hopefully the chat should come through a bit more real time now. If not, I will look more into that. Hi Klepto Unicorn. Klepto Unicorn says yo, and I am saying yo back. Can you just let me know how long it was between you saying that and me responding to it, just so I kind of have an idea of what the latency is like? So, 3 weeks ago, I cannot for the life of me remember what we did in Chronicles of Tsufanubra last time I was playing it. I think I beat Prince Vega, and the real one, not the illusionary one, and I was in the process of heading back to see the king, possibly. I'm just going to go with that. That's what we were doing. Once I load the game, I should probably say about a minute or so. Ooh, that's less than ideal. Actually, it's 1931 for me now, so that's hopefully not too bad. Let me have a... I'll leave it at that for the moment. I will have a look and see if there's any better latency setting I can set, but that will have to do for the moment. Okay, so I'm guessing file 6 is my last one since it's the highest level. Okay, so I'm pretty sure... Yeah, we've done the boss. I'll start a stopwatch as I send this one to find out how long. Okay, I appreciate that, thank you. Wait the results eagerly. And I need to remember how to get out of this place. We gotta get out of this place. If it's the last thing we ever do. We're at 28 seconds. That's not too bad, actually. 28 seconds I can live with. But I think there is one higher, low latency setting available to me. So next week I will give that a try. And hopefully next week as well I will have gotten around to starting to do the stream on Twitch concurrently as well, which will hopefully increase my viewer count as well, which would be nice. How you doing anyway, man? Didn't know you streamed. Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. Just living the quiet life, as you do, working hard, living sober-ish. Enjoying married life. I'm guessing from the username that's Simon, yeah? I'm making an educated guess. Still no sign of viewer. You don't think that freak caught up with him and carried him off, do you? It's possible, but I don't see what that would gain him. Remember when we met him the first time? He let Leafa go without a struggle. As long as Ur isn't useful to him, I think he'd probably leave him alone. Maybe. You might be giving too much credit to a big evil guy. Well, we might as well work by assumptions that we can act on. Let's check his home in Borduna. Yeah, what gave it away? Haha. Well, let me think. You are the only person who I have ever seen at a game jam wearing a unicorn onesie for a start. So, yeah, that was pretty much it, really. I know that you're unicorn man. Let's see what this thing is. Would you like to return to party? Not yet. Would I know? Hell yeah, I would. You folk looking for your by chance? Think he headed to the statue of Gracehill at the back of town. By the kings, he picks the strangest times to pray, doesn't he? I suppose that's why he's getting so good at that healing business. I'm not quite sure why I gave him that accent there, but it seemed to fit, so why not? So I'm looking for a statue of Gracehill or Draciel, possibly. There he is. Oh, I have 4 viewers now. Hello, new people, and welcome. Thank goodness you're okay. ... I'm sorry, did I worry you all? Of course you did. Running off alone like that, you might have been kidnapped by that teleporting freak. Or fallen off the tower or something. Right, or fallen off the... What? No, that's stupid. Nobody would do that, Sando. I'm just saying it was a possibility. Well, I appreciate the concern in any case. I apologise for before. I was a bit overwhelmed. I shouldn't have run off and left you all. I understand. With the situation you had to face, some degree of shock is probably to be expected. I feel I'm responsible in part as well. You're a physician, so to take you with us onto the battlefield is... With all respect, Celius, people in my trade are no strangers to hard decisions. I'm sorry. In any case, I believe the curse on Castle Barrios has been lifted. We should probably return to report to His Majesty. I guess we better. Coming out of a curse like that, he's probably pretty confused about now. Speaking from experience, because I think that might just be your natural state, you know. 3 kings, Sando, you're one to talk. Ha, you scoff, but which of us is the master of comebacks? You have no dignity whatsoever. See, I rest my case. Thanks, both of you. I think I needed that. You're welcome? Let's report to King Leofor. There's a lot that he needs to hear. Fade to black, end cutscene. You're joined the party again. Woohoo! I'd forgotten he'd left. I don't think I have any new equipment to equip. Got lots of stuff and I don't need any of it. I should go and offload some Sulphur Guild crap just to lighten the old inventory a little. I've got 15 Skyfly skills for a couple of thousand. 3 golden spears. Orange hoods. Purple goop. Blue feather. And monster teeth. And that's about it. I could probably offload some of that equipment as well, because I don't think I'm ever going to use half of it, but I'm like, in RPGs, I hoard equipment. Like, I do not sell anything in case I need it again later. Which was actually a good thing in Final Fantasy IX, because obviously there's a dungeon where the higher your attack power, the lower the damage you do, so you have to like re-equip the stuff that you had from the beginning, which doesn't work out so well if you no longer have that. But I do think there is a place that you can get crappy equipment from. Still annoying though. I think it's called like Ibsen's Castle or something. I don't even know if I'm going the right way at the moment. I think I'm heading to Castellarius. Ah, the forest has stopped doing the swing thing. Oh, I wonder if that means... No, that chest was open, wasn't it? Yeah, that'll be fine. How long have you been streaming for, bud? Loving this background music, keeping me in the mood as I explore Roll20. That's a complicated question. I started streaming about 4 years ago. And then I kind of stopped doing it because I just had way too much stuff going on. And then I, like 5, 6, 7 weeks ago, a couple months ago, I decided to start doing it again because I really missed it. And yeah, so I've been doing it in this iteration of me for a couple of months, probably. I used to use Roll20, but I think I've gone to the wrong castle, you know. I used to use Roll20, but there was some kind of controversy with the guy that made it. I can't remember exactly what he did, but it wasn't great. So I was looking into alternatives, and I actually use a thing called Map Tool now, which I like way, way more than Roll20, so definitely consider checking that out. It's a standalone program, and it also has far fewer bugs. I find that Roll20's zooming capacity is problematic sometimes. It straight up doesn't work half the time. Borez is known as the Kingdom of Healing. This is said to be because of the all-powerful treasure they house within a tower high in the mountains just north of Porduna. The people say it brings good luck and prosperity to those who get close. We can only assume that said treasure has an amazing range to whatever magic it emanates, can't we? A typo there, Effium. I thought you'd fixed all the typos since the last time I ripped you to shreds for them. Poor shot. Never played, like ever, haha, but thought I may give it a shot in the near future. I don't 100% know this, and it is dependent on my wife because she's the one that's not great with people, but my D&D campaign may have an open slot at some point in the near future. Depends on how we get on with what we're doing in Barovia at the moment. But I might be able to deal you in if it's something you're interested in, possibly. I am, of course, a completely generous and fair DM. And never do anything unfair to my players, ever. No, not me. Have you gotten on the About Us bandwagon yet? Not About Us, Among Us. I'm lying with About Us. Now, this place I just came from. There's now people here. It's been a while, Princess. You've certainly grown into a beautiful young woman. You look so very much like your mother. I may be a common citizen, but my family and I partook in the celebrations at Castle Verdum during the ceremony that saw you receive the blessing and divine protection of the God King, Glacial. Just seeing the look on His Majesty's face was enough to tell me that he thought, and still does, I'm sure, the world of you. Among Us is so fun, really shows humans for what we are, lol. Yeah, you're not wrong. Basically just taught me that many people know the word sus, like, instinctively, for some reason. The D&D thing is just an idea I'm debating. I'll hit you up though if I end up going ahead with it. Yeah, please do. Or if you need any advice or tips or feedback or anything at all, just give me a shout. I've been playing D&D for a long ass time. So with the barrier restored, he disappeared from the top of the tower. We know nothing more of his whereabouts since then. What a vexing situation. This Varel is a threat to everything we stand for, but how can we pursue someone with the power to influence others' thoughts and appear and disappear at will? Your Majesty, it's true that we have little recourse against him in terms of military action. I think that our best option in this situation is place our support behind the Saviour. She is the only one I think we can trust to confront an opponent of such a nature. Anyways, I need to start setting up OBS and stuff for tonight. Catch you later, man. Oh, do you stream as... Oh, yeah, you do stream, don't you? I'd forgotten about that. What is it you stream again? And also, yeah, catch you later. Thanks for joining me briefly. If you let me know when you stream and what, I will be sure to give my one or two viewers the heads up and see if I can get some more traffic your way, such as it is. I do not have a massive following yet, unfortunately. It's true. After all, isn't protecting the world from threats that nobody else can stop exactly what the Saviour's for in the first place? Are all of you really so blind? Exactly what has this Saviour's intervention solved so far? Gee, I don't know, King Leof, or possibly the unstoning of your entire, people and the defeat of the prince who made them that way? Just ballparking that. Twice now, this madman has caused chaos specifically to attract her attention. Far from being thwarted by her, he's been leading her along like a man might do to a cat with a piece of string. Currently streaming Total War games and a few shooters, live most nights from 8 PM-ish, toddler dependent. XD. Alright, man. I will be sure to mention that occasionally to nobody, because you're the only person watching me right now. But hopefully once I get a bit more established and start streaming on Twitch, my viewer count will increase slightly. I mean, feel free to send some of your viewers my way also. That would be cool. I wouldn't be mad about it. You can't blame her for that. We've only had a couple of chances to face him so far. He's had who knows how long to put his plans together. Right, just because he's gotten the upper hand the last couple of times doesn't mean Sealy's isn't the best chance we've got. It seems that all of you have close personal ties to this woman. I don't doubt that she has some manner of charm, but this is very different from a record of success. As king, it is my duty to see through these clouds of judgment and make the best decisions for my country. If anything, that man is more likely to be hindered if we cut all ties with this saviour. If King Lear had refused to associate with her in the first place, Varel's plans could never have come to fruition. Your Majesty, it's true that all of Varel's plans thus far have involved attracting my attention in some way, but ultimately we still have no idea what he's trying to accomplish. That's right. For all we know, he's actively trying to discredit her. By refusing to cooperate with her, you'd just be playing into his hands. If that's the best defense of her usefulness that you can offer, I am sorely unimpressed. So far, she has shown no sign of being helpful, to the people of Boris, to Eurydos, to anywhere, and all you can say is that this man Varel might be deliberately trying to make her look unhelpful. If that's the case, then she certainly doesn't seem qualified to stop him. She hasn't made the slightest headway against his efforts so far. Your Majesty, I have one question. Is the God's Eye one of the 4 divine relics? For what it matters, yes, it is. Regardless, I have no intention of allowing any of you access to it. But Sire, attaining the blessing of the relics is central to the prophecy of the Saviour. If she's to attain the power necessary to fight Veril, or whatever threat she's meant to face, visiting all of the relics is absolutely necessary. Frankly, Ur, I doubt that Celes has any such destiny, but if she does, then it will no doubt manifest itself regardless. If my brother made one sound decision in this whole mess, it was sealing the God's Eye back up again. Keeping this Veril away from it is certainly of higher importance than allowing Celes to access it. But what? Do you have any better argument that you've been holding out on this whole time? This doesn't make any sense. What else are you going to do to stop Veril if you're keeping Celes from her mission? That, I and my council must continue to discuss. In the meantime, it is necessary that we prevent damages from escalating any further. All of you may leave. Celes, do not return here without my explicit request. I do not intend to entertain your presence here further. I understand. Princess Letha, Sando, let's return to Eurydos. I'm sorry. I wish I could have been more... Celes. By your leave, Your Majesty. King's just straight up being a dick. Sando, we found Ur left the party. Goalless, the envoy from Eurydos, returned to their kingdom, laden with disappointment. Stripped of her confidence, Celes parted ways with the princess and her guard at Castle Verdun, and returned to her village to inform her grandfather of what had transpired within the neighbouring kingdom. Several days later, Celes, I know you're discouraged, but you can't just wait here endlessly. With that man's interference or without, this world still needs its saviour. But how am I supposed to know what I'm needed for? I'm supposed to be saving people, but every time I try, I just end up led around by the nose. If I really am the saviour, there must be something I'm needed for other than dealing with peril. He can't be the peril I'm supposed to save the world from, can he? Because all my presence does is motivate him to make things worse. Celes, don't forget that you still have scarcely any idea what this man is trying to accomplish. You cannot say what he would or would not do if you were not there. But that doesn't change the fact that every time I make a move, I just end up playing into his hands. What am I supposed to do? Any news of trouble that reaches my ears is probably just useless. I should be proactive, but what kind of initiative can I take in a situation like this? If I can't trust my own judgment, there's not a single thing I'm good for. Celes, you're being far too hard on yourself. Even if it didn't lead where we would have hoped, you've already walked a path that no one else would be capable of. To rescue the princess, to liberate Boris, these are not trivial feats. If you find the right place to use them, your abilities will certainly be valuable to others. And once you gather the blessings of all the divine relics, overcoming whatever resistance that man can present should be easily within your reach. But how am I supposed to do that? The second relic is sealed up. I can't get to it without King Leofor's permission. Well, if he refuses to trust you, I don't see what other options he has open to him. Perhaps he'll reconsider his decision when he realises that. I doubt that. What reason have I given him to trust me? What reason could I give? Well, if it comes to that, I'm sure we'll think of something. I'm going out. I need to work off this tension. Alright, but Celes, don't push yourself too hard. It's important not to neglect your rest. I know. I'll be back. I'll be back by tonight. Celes, Meanwhile, at old Eurytus... But she's the bloody saviour. She came down to face Vlad like it was nothing, in the pit of old Eurytus. She cuts through monsters like grass and treats curses like lunchtime. She didn't even bat an eye when that crazy prince turned out to be some kind of magic clone. Yeah, but that's not the same kind of thing at all. It doesn't mean her feelings are invulnerable. Having the courage to face danger doesn't mean you can't feel rejected or hopeless. I mean, you've been in plenty of dangerous situations before, but does that mean you're comfortable talking to my dad now? I'd say it's pretty much exactly the same as trying to have a conversation with a big old bear. Maybe we should have left the king under that curse after all. Maybe his crazy brother was onto something. He's just a huge pain in the ass. Well, maybe we'd have been better off if we'd left out the whole part about Veril. If we just told him we saved him from his evil brother, he'd be tripping over himself to reward us. Oh, or we could have pinned it on Vlad. He might have thrown his whole army behind us to take him down. Or maybe the three kings themselves could have popped out to tell him off. Then they smite Veril with holy thunderbolts and we all get chocolate cake. Come on, I'm being serious. Well, we can't go back in time and solve it now by being serious. Okay, whatever. What I really want to know is what's up with this Veril guy. I mean, he's after Celes for what? He runs around setting up these crazy schemes and then he just runs away? What's the point of it all? We stopped Jury Vega, saved Boris, now what? What does it do for anybody? Who knows? He probably doesn't have his head screwed on right anyway. Maybe it's something that wouldn't make sense to anyone but him. So, is there a point to our being here anyway? Did you leave something here before? Because you seemed like you were in a hurry to get out last time. I said it's a personal thing, okay? I didn't ask you to come. Oh, come on, what else am I supposed to do? My dad's been all over me practically every moment I spend in the castle. At least he's letting me go out now. He probably wouldn't be happy if he knew you were here of all places. Well, you're here. Between the two of us, I think we're pretty safe, and he's been a lot more lenient lately. If I just tell him I was out, I don't think he's even going to push it. At this point, he's probably given up on trying. Even if he kept you under the tightest guard, you'd probably just kidnap yourself. Pretty much. Anyway, I was bored. Wandering around in a field, relaxing and picking flowers, I think my head might blow up. So what's this big personal thing you're here for? If I was comfortable telling you, I wouldn't have told you it was personal, would I? But you let me come anyway. It's a bit late to decide to keep it secret. Okay, fine. So, last time we were here, I saw my mother. You mean that woman who fostered you and all those other kids? Isn't she dead? No, I mean, yeah, she's dead. I meant my birth mother. But she's also dead. You saw her ghost here? Did your mother die in old Eurytus? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, no, we didn't live anywhere near old Eurytus, but I definitely saw her, no mistake. Celes saw her too. So you're thinking maybe she'll show up here again? Best chance I've got. Go Team Sanu and Lifa! Whee! So I think what would have been cool in here is if it had been like repopulated with stuff and like there was an alternative route through it or something. Or just something. I'm generally not a massive fan of retreading ground in RPGs unless there's like a good reason to. Though I did forget I could get this now. No, I didn't. That's just the chest that would not open. And cutscene. So is this it? Hey, is this the place you saw your mom? Shh. Don't shush me. I ask you a question. Do you think ghosts like noise? Just listen. Whatever. A ghost will come if it wants to come. Hey, Sando's mom, you there? Oh, kings above, are you bloody serious? You're going to call my ghost mother like she's a dog or something. What next? Do you have a ghost whistle to blow on? Well, excuse me for taking a bit of initiative. Ah, there you are. So it is you. I thought I recognized the voice. You. I see you've gotten your princess back. What, did you come back for more? I'm afraid we don't have any others in stock. Sando, who is this? His name's Belivar. He's an associate of Vlad's we ran into before on our way to get you. Or Veryl's, I guess, since he was really in charge of the whole mess. That's correct. It was my honour to take part in Master Veryl's works. That's Sicko again? What, are you back to do his dirty work? You can keep your weapons to yourselves. I'm not here for business. After the battering I took before, I needed to take a leave for my own health. What this place lacks in amenities, it makes up for in privacy from your kind. Our kind, huh? What, can't stand humans unless they're crazies like your master, huh? Please, don't try to get under my skin. There's no human on this world I would ever bow to. Master Veryl is our prince and prophet. Looks apart. He has nothing to do with your people. Hold on, what people? Wait, is this guy one of the Kieran? You've heard of them too? Yeah, that was what Celie said. So Veryl is some kind of prophet to the Kieran? What does that even mean? It means what it sounds like it means. He's our guide and guardian. He safeguards the fate of our people. So he's like the savior for the Kieran? Does that have something to do with why he's so interested in Celie's? Master Veryl's plans are his to share, not mine. I've only said this much to disabuse your offensive ignorance where he's concerned. Wait, where do you think you're going? You think you're going to just walk away after all this? What, not satisfied without a taste of blood? We need answers about that guy. If you're planning on keeping your mouth shut, we'll just have to pry it open. I'd sooner die than become a hindrance to Master Veryl. Try and take me captive if you wish, but I've had quite a while to make myself at home in this place. If you want to fight me here, you might find yourself in for some unpleasant surprises. Sando. Fine. Count yourself lucky this time. Wisely chosen. We'll meet again, I think. Until then. Well, that was interesting. I thought you tried to go for it, even if it meant beating the answers out of him. If it comes to that, sometimes you've got to get your hands a bit dirty. But what if he really did rig this place up with traps or something? I can't go risking your safety to take him in. He wasn't going to betray his leader, though. You really think it's justifiable to capture and abuse someone like that in hopes of dragging answers out of them? This is Verrill we're dealing with. If we hesitate, I think he'll find a way to make us regret it sooner or later. But it's different if it means putting me at risk. It's my job to keep you safe. Well, I guess we've learned a thing or two here anyway. All in all, a worthwhile trip, ghost or no ghost. Yeah, I guess. Let's get out of here. I can't wait to get back to the castle bathhouse and wash off the stink of this place. Oh, that sounds good. Maybe I'll join you. Please, have a little concern about my safety. Your dad would kill me. Maybe, maybe not. I think I'll stick to safer ventures, thanks. Battling the insane leader of the Cairn is about my limit. Well, if you ever decide that's not enough of a challenge. Several days later, in the village of Ur, not to be confused with Ur, the guy who heals people. Celes, come here, Celes. We've just received word from the King of Boraz. We have? What did he say, grandfather? He bids your immediate return to Boraz. He has decided to grant you access to the divine relic after all. My, how the turntables. What? But why? What reason has he had to change his mind? I can only guess, my child, but perhaps your visitors can fill you in. Who? The gang's back together, everybody. Celes, did you hear the good news? Everyone? Why are all of you here? To pick you up, obviously. But even if His Majesty suddenly changed his mind about allowing me access to the relic, why would he ask for your presence as well? I don't know, maybe he doesn't want to break up the dream team? Dad's already given me permission to go anyway. You've been walking out on him so much, I think he might just need a break for his mental health. His Majesty seems to have rather revised his perspective with some distance. It seems he's quite impressed with all of your work in removing the curse on Castle Barrios. That seems like quite a reversal of his prior opinion. I have to admit, I wasn't expecting such a sudden turnaround either. I wasn't privy to his council discussions, but I think he's come to the conclusion that the feats you've accomplished in your encounters with Verrill so far are beyond what any of his own retainers would be capable of. You think I should go then? What kind of a question is that? Of course you should go. Who's going to serve Verrill his head if we're not? If we're not. It's true, and honestly, after how things went last time, Leofor might change his mind at a moment's notice anyway. We might as well move while the road's clear. I wouldn't have come to accompany you back if I didn't think it was worthwhile for you to return. On the contrary, I think it would be quite a mistake to rebuff His Majesty's offer. Even if there's truth to what he said before, it's not as if we made any real headway in combating Verrill so far. Celes, please, don't lose your confidence, my child. No matter how formidable this Verrill may be, you are the saviour, don't forget that. If you refuse to act in the face of such a dangerous foe, what hope do all of us have? You've been preparing all your life for this. Accept the King's offer and take the power of the relics. It's your destiny, Celes. When the time comes, I know that you'll be more than capable of overcoming Verrill. I don't know much about destiny, but I do know there's nobody else I'd rather have on my side when I'm reworking that freak's face. I can't turn everyone down, can I? Alright, let's return to Boraz. We'll face down Verrill, whatever force he brings to bear against us. That's the spirit. Come on, get ready. The rest of us are already packed to go. That's because if you didn't get your stuff ready before you came, the rest of us could be all the way to Boraz before you were finished. At least I'm not wearing the same smelly underwear for the whole trip. Hey, I wash my own underwear. Some of us have to know how to make a couple pairs last. Very good. Then let's not keep His Majesty waiting. Of course not. I already have my travel supplies ready. Celes, before you go... Grandfather? I just want you to know that I'm proud of you. I know you'll be able to overcome any obstacle in your way. You are our saviour, Celes. You are a hero to all of us, and to me most of all. Thank you, Grandfather. And Celes, one last thing. Take care to bring an appropriate quantity of underwear. Grandfather. Sando, Lifa, and Ur joined the party. Party. Right, I'm at 52 minutes. Obviously I started a bit early. I'm going to go till 8:30. I'm just going to do an hour tonight because I've only got one viewer. I'm not salty about that, but if there's nobody watching, then I do have stuff I should probably be doing other than this. And hopefully I'll have a bit more of a following next week. I'm definitely going to try to, at some point this week, figure out what I'm doing in regards to streaming on Twitch. That'll hopefully boost my numbers a little. I should also seek advice from the gurus of game streaming, see if I can get any tips or advice. This guy's just child's play now. I like how that's become a shortcut now. That is definitely handy. I'm going to save it before I head in, I think. A bit of an RPG trope that, with very few exceptions, in a castle, if you just go in a completely straight line, you will end up in the throne room eventually. And everything is always symmetrical. His Majesty awaits your arrival atop the mountain tower. Please try to avoid keeping him waiting. Are you not in front of the entrance to it? No. Or is the mountain tower somewhere else? So is he like at the place where I fought? Mountain tower. I don't think there's really anything else around here then. It's entirely possible I've missed something there, but I'll have a quick look around just to see if I am missing anything obvious. This is a big desert with a couple of items. I'm in the desert, but the enemies are still on grassland. That's a bit of a battle background snafu there, I feel. Let's see what this is. Corroded Cleric Ring. Depth plus 15, int plus 9, agility plus 8, physical resistance, 10% silence resistance. You can't wear it. Because it's only for your slightly less attack, more death, more int, less. Let's see. Wait, why does that put his covered down? Oh well, I will go with it. Okay, there's definitely no towers or anything out in the big wide world. So I'm guessing I've just missed something somewhere in the castle. Enemies. Right, let's find this king. Okay, but where is the mountain tower? I know he's at the top of it, but... got any advance on that? Any kind of help at all? Hello, cat. Will you come to join the stream? Meet JJ. Hopefully she will get me more viewers because she is an incredibly cute little cat. Aren't you, JJ? Aren't you just the cutest cat ever? Hear that purr. Right, can I get back to my game now? Is that okay with you? Right. Mountain Tower. I wonder if that's anything to do with the cave. Possibly. Try to look these cards. You having fun there? Oh. Yeah, let's fill up. Yeah, I'm guessing it's through here. Let's go see us a king. That is not the way to the king. That is also not the way to the king. I think this is the right way. Yes, it is. So the king awaits me at the top. So this is what I mean about backtracking in RPGs. I'm fairly sure Ephraim just does this because he knows it annoys me. Why is this place even laid out like this anyway? It's supposed to be a castle. This is not where I'm meant to be. This is also not where I'm meant to be. How quickly I forget. There we go. Ah, welcome, Saviour. I'm so glad you could come. I apologize for my earlier demeanour. As you can imagine, I was in a state of considerable distress. I accept the apology, Your Majesty. Rather, I can't say that what you said before was without merit. Please, don't take it to heart. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, I have no doubt, and it wouldn't do to lose your morale. Thank you, Your Majesty. So you're going to let her speak to the God's Eye? Getting impatient? Of course, moments like this don't arise every day. The God's Eye. This is not merely the treasure of our nation, it is our very foundation. Removing the seal is not to be taken lightly. Excuse me. Few kings in all of Boris's history have ever done so. But none have done so for better reason than this. Come, Sealies, it's time for the Saviour to receive the blessing of the God's Eye. Great and sacred treasure of the gods, in the name of this land, by the power of the royal line of Boris, I entreat thee. Dissolve the seal and bring forth your light. Let the eye of God open and gaze upon all creation. Who's speaking? It hears your call. Mu, the eye which sees all under the light of Tsufanubra, is open. Welcome, holy child. Greetings to the children of Tsufanubra, as well to the child of Arbunifist. Arbunifist? Wasn't that the home of the Kieran? It is so. In its presence are the Saviour, 3 fellow children of Tsufanubra, and one bearing the visage of the Sovereign of Boris, whose name is Varel of the Kieran. What? I guess it's true. The Guy of God really does see everything. Your Majesty? I don't think that's the king you're... Oh, he's still here in a manner of speaking. I'm just acting for 2 at the moment. You monster! Stop! That was close. There's nothing more dangerous to the health of a sovereign than an irate physician, is there? Do you really want to take out your frustrations on your poor king after all he's been through? What do you want here, Varel? My dear, I would have been quite happy to avoid this conversation and let you all go on your way. I'm really only here to help you after the unfortunate stumbling block you hit upon with this fellow here. Don't mess around with us. We ran into one of your lackeys before. He told us you're the saviour of the Kieran. What's your agenda here, screwing around with Celius like this? A saviour? Me? I suppose, in a manner of speaking. You could say that Celes and I have a shared interest in her progress. I'm acting for mutual benefit here. You're not going to explain anything, are you? After the way you used Vlad and Giravega, we can't trust a word you say regardless. I had nothing against the Kieran before all this. But if you're their leader, take care. If you plan to threaten the people of Tsufanubra, I'd sooner take up the powers of the gods to crush you all than let you have your way. Go ahead if you think you can. We'll see what destiny really has in store for you. My people are crying out for salvation. We'll see who really deserves the mercy of the gods. Whoa! Your Majesty! It has not harmed the king. It has only destroyed the part of Varel which held sway over his mind. What the hell? You mean this thing could have done Varel in for us all along? The one called Varel is not dead. Even with this piece destroyed, the greater part of his being is elsewhere, outside of its reach. It could have acted sooner to remove his presence, but it hoped that the Saviour might learn something by facing him. But his words are twisted. It believes that listening too much to him would be a mistake. That one is dangerous, perhaps to all of Tsufanubra. The power he has amassed is tremendous, and his heart is torn to pieces. It cannot read his intentions. If the whole world is in danger, shouldn't the 3 kings step in? Are they just going to stand by when someone with the power to destroy everything they stand for is running amok? It cannot speak to the actions of the 3 kings, or their will. The last time this world was in danger, the 3 kings created the 4 shards of light to protect this world, but they did not intervene by their own hands. It may be that they will not touch this world again. Why not? Do they have something better to do? Has our world gotten too bloody boring for them? It does not know the will of the gods, child of Tsufanubra. So, it's up to me to protect our world then. After what I've been told all my life, I can't claim to be surprised now. I'll do what I have to do. Then it is time for it to offer the Saviour its blessing. Child of light, take the blessing of Mu. With this, the grace of the one who sees all of creation will always be with her. Thank you. I'll try to prove worthy of it. Obtained Relic Mu's blessing. Teaches Seelies the Mana Reaper ability. Deals exactly 50 damage to an enemy's MP. Nice. And I think, dear viewer, that is probably a good place to leave it for tonight. As I say, don't have many people tuning in, so I'm going to go do something a bit more productive. And hopefully I'll be able to get a bit more of a following next week and we can do a longer stream. So it just remains for me to say thank you very much to the 2 people who tuned in. Anyone who is watching this after the fact, after the recording, thank you for tuning in. And I will see you next week. Thank you and goodbye.